What is that?
Mm-hmm. Be, do, have is a concept that, from my perspective, in any other order, do, have, be, doesn't work when we are pursuing authenticity. Be, do, have, who we want to be, what we want to do, and what we want to have in that order is a way of life. It's a filter, if you will, of applying a filter that we apply to every day. For me, I tried both the do, have, be and the have, do, be. I pedal to the metal solid. And it was only, you bring up in the 40s, right? When we come into this, holy shit, what am I doing? Mm-hmm. That I started to realize, wow, I am out of order. I really need to hunker down and do some work on myself and figure out who the hell I want to be. So, yeah, it started for me as a young person, taking flight in late college, a senior in college, my just kicking ass and having fun and figuring out what I wanted to do with my life. At the same time, my family was nosediving into tragedy. And on Valentine's Day in 1998, as I was finishing my senior year in college, my father died by suicide. Totally shifted my perspectives around self and spirit and love, and just kicked my ass, broke my heart wide open. I know now, and I can think back, I had not been enough to save my dad. No matter what I had done, no matter the begging around the alcoholism and the dysfunction that was going on, I had not been enough. And so I began doing. I went full tilt into doing anything and everything it took to have what I thought was peace. I numbed my mind with alcohol, my body with sex. I completely buried my truth behind, these storylines of how strong and ineffective and stoic and heroic I was. So 20s and 30s, pedal to the metal, reckless, undertones of super polite but passive aggressive. Right? I was the do, have, be. I worried, I acted, I moved, I danced, I drank, I was a driver. I was never in one place very long. I was relentless. I kicked ass in media sales. I climbed the corporate ladder. I had near misses, super sassy. We're going to sleep when we're dead, and I was literally a human doing than a human being. And what it got me was a lot of drama. I was rewarded, right, for all of this doing. Yeah. I was rewarded handsomely. I got the title, I got the car, I got the salary, I got the contacts, the parties, the gossip, the money. And then I also had this growing list of obligations, whether they were on paper or otherwise. I had debt, I had a DUI, I had drama, disease, I had parties. And it all meant, though, I had myself convinced I'm alive. This is what we do, right? Live it. This is life. Yeah. This is doing.
YOLO.
Right?
Yeah.
And as long as the charcuterie board and the white wine is chilled, it doesn't matter. I'm doing it. I can handle it. I was a fucking mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had panic attacks that put me in the hospital multiple times, blackouts that left me waking up in highly questionable and risky situations. Mm-hmm. And I was just out of whack and on my way to completely burnt the fuck out. All the actions, many of the actions, I should say, that I took were necessary. Many of the actions I did take were right, including having a fierce determination to have a child, But much of what I did was not genuine. And it's not to say that I wasn't blessed with incredible relationships and experiences that I had during that time. But honestly, my end had become more important to me than my own heart and who I truly wanted to be. And then shift, it was like winning the lottery. It was a few years after my sweet, sweet son was born, and I was pasting myself together, after just some pretty severe nights of drunk and depressed episodes, and not caring for myself as a mom, faking it as a happy person, and got a phone call. My grandparents had both recently passed, and the trickling down of an inheritance hit my plate. And not dissimilar to just randomly buying a quick pick at 7-Eleven, never figuring you'd win. My number got drawn.
Wow.
And holy shit, did I think my troubles were solved. I was a millionaire.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Wow.
Suddenly I have, it is on, game on. I will have, and then I'll do, and sure as shit, you got to tell me, please, I will be the person. This solves everything, right?
Yeah.
Well, we all know that the link between having more things and being happier is like myth, right?
Yeah.
And being the one that to whom it does happen never happens. And it certainly didn't happen to me. In fact, I went on a freaking just binge. I remodeled the house, remodeled my marriage, remodeled my body, relocated myself, my mental health, my failing marriage, because, change of scenery is the answer. What a trip. What a trip. I put myself through so much, and it was a lot of emptiness, a lot of empty, wielding my checkbook, picking up the check for everyone and buying every shiny object I thought would keep my emptiness at bay. And in about 10 years, I burned through $1 million, and I wound up facing bankruptcy and broke and broken. So do have be did not work. Have do be did not work. Sitting in a bathtub, finally sober, waking the fuck up and thinking, this is not working. And then suddenly, because of a sweet angel who has since left this earth, her words finally struck me, this be do have. And I was like, oh, the only way out of this shit, the only way to do this is to be me.
Yeah.
To be me. Be, do, have in any other order. It's not going to work. So the point I guess I want to make is that it's not what do I need to have before I can start, or what work must I do to have then be, but who do I want to be? Because then in the work that I do, that natural extension of who I am, the rewards present themselves. When I honor that center of myself, what I do is a given. It's like olive oil chasing sweet pea through the construction site, and olive oil and sweet peas running off the end of the I-beams, and the I-beam comes up to meet sweet pea, and sweet peas running off the end, and somehow the I-beam meets sweet pea. The having, the rewards, the world rises to meet you. It's natural.
Absolutely.